Okay, this is my fourth try at this because I'm not good at this, but I want to help out because I looked up the solution and it wasn't out there, and this is something I figured out. Anyway, I have a hiboy S2 Lite scooter. Uh, we used it last season. It's 2 years old. It was working great. It's my daughter's scooter, but we put it away last year. I think we may have drained the battery too much and had it unplugged for too long, and when we plugged it in, it wouldn't charge. So the light on the little converter box or inverter box, which I have unplugged right now because I was screwing around with it, uh, the light was green, which means it's not charging. Or the thing's fully charged, but it obviously wasn't because it wasn't turning on. Um, so what we figured out was that the voltage in the big giant lithium ion battery had drained too low for the controller to even allow to charge. So the DC adapter plugs into the hole up on near the handlebars with the blue thing sticking out. You can see there's a wire coming down. It's one of these two wires. It all plugs in here. It all goes through the controller box and gets very confusing. However, it was very easy to isolate the battery itself by unhooking these two pairs of wires. So this orange set of wires just came unplugged very easily. These two littler ones, which I don't know that I had to unplug, but I did because I wanted to isolate the battery and hook the charger directly to the battery instead of having the controller somehow recognize that the lithium ion battery was too depleted and wouldn't let it charge. So I wanted to skip that because I figured it's DC power. I'm not going to, blow anything up. As long as I was here, I didn't want to see anything overheat, but this worked. So what I did was I isolated the battery by unplugging these two connections. Obviously, after taking the base plate off of this thing. And then what I did was I took a splice wire here, just a little piece of low voltage wire, doesn't matter, it's copper in it, I'm sure it'll work. But I wrapped the neutral end around the neutral or common part of the AC adapter, and then I just doubled back the copper and jammed it in the other side, or jammed it in the end of the AC adapter. The other end, one of these wires has it's hard to see, I'm sure you can't see it, but there's some markings to indicate one wire is one. So I made that the positive wire and stuck that in the red one. So the same wire going into the AC adapter is going into the red part of the wire connector here, and the black one, or the other one, went in the black one. So anyway, this circumvented this whole controller to charge this battery. Sorry about my thumb over the camera. And I left that here for about an hour. I was sitting here doing something else, and lo and behold, when I did hook it up, so I did all the wire connections, and then I plugged the AC adapter in, waited for an explosion, didn't happen. But when I plugged the AC adapter in, now that light right here, instead of being green, was red to indicate that it's actually charging. So that was great. I left it there for an hour. I unconnected all this stuff, and then I just took I connected the battery back up, these two different connections I unconnected. I put them back together. I plugged the AC adapter into the main part, and again, the brick turned red, indicated it was charging. And from all indications, now when I go, and before, when I would press this button, whoop, it's not going to work now because the battery's unplugged. But before, when I pressed the button, it would just beep and beep once and show me all the display and then turn off immediately. But now it stayed on. I could turn the lights on, so I'm pretty sure it's going to work here. But yeah, that's the solution. There was some fake video on there with a guy pulling out a fuse. I don't know if he was just evil or something, but he showed a car fuse coming out of this thing, and there's nowhere on earth that there's a fuse in there. So That guy's evil. He shouldn't be on YouTube. I don't know why somebody would like lie about something so dumb, but anyway, there's my video. If I can help you with your questions, you know, I'm not good at this, but hit me up on the comments or whatever. See ya.